Good morning, y'all. So I'm interested in a buy right here, if it can close up there. And I want to go over why. So I'm gonna go over why without missing it. I have a note there. Nope. I have a alarm there, so we should be good. But hey, soul siblings, and to everyone who may be watching this that's new. Welcome. This is going to be the channel where I just pretty much use it as my journal to document my journey on this. Um, I have, let me go to the 1 hour. I have this indication up. Also a fair value gap. So if you know, then you know that our rules are, let me just find it. Oh, I don't have it in here. But our rules are to look for price within a fair value gap that is making a higher low while also on an ICC line. So above here would make that higher low. Also even here is the higher low. Um, and if you're not sure what an ICC line is, I highly suggest you look up trades by side and anyone that knows his information so that you can get familiar with exactly what that is. But let me go back to the 1 minute because we're in a fair value gap, right? Let me reiterate. We're in a fair value gap. Price is inside of it while we're sitting on a ICC line, because if you go from the indication to its low and the very high or swing high just before, um, getting to that point, then you have this line across. Now, beneath this line, of course, we have sales. Above this line, however, as you can see, can go all the way to here, maybe even potentially here, especially if it wishes to continue. Okay, so because I know that what I'm trying to do is get in on those buys, but it has to close above this green line. Why? I just said it because of above the ICC line. So it's important that you know where you are. Now, I want to look at the daily first before I move on because this is such a choppy mess here too. Um, and we've been down here. I don't know. I would just assume that maybe we can go up to retest the highs here eventually. This high here. And if it's a high, then I like to make this line blue. This was high. And then let's go to back to the 5 minute because we're getting close to my line and I don't want to miss my entry. There. I want it just above there, but I needed to like close up. Not just no tap and grab because then that can be liquidity. So here we go, y'all. Let's see. And once it's there, I want you to remove this. You can see my alarm should go off. 144. That's one. We are potentially risking 136 to 144 for a potential $808, which is very good toward the stop loss would be beneath here because anything that below here can go all the way here, and this is too close to breaking out of here. I don't want nothing to do with that. So if I go to the 1 hour, my TP is up here, and so that's my I'm going up. We're gonna go ahead and press market so we can buy that. Buy, and then we have a set to where it should be. Then I am going to go to sleep because I am tired as fuck and I've been waiting for this to break so that we can take the fucking trade. Because now above here we have buyers. I know we have buyers above here because when I look left, anything above this green line has the potential to go to here. Look at where I am. Okay. So because I know that, that's where my TP is, or just before it, that's what I'm banking on. I'm so thinking that nothing should come back to me here. If it does, that's not my trade. I'm willing to risk that 150 to try to get to this 808, especially if we are indeed in a buy. Because in all actuality, if we are, it should come over to here. Like I said again, to retest those highs, which is what we drew our line. And I just want to tighten that line up according to this, because that means it can come way to here. Of course, it'll take some time, but that's what we're looking at for the week. Um, but yeah, and it's also an ICC line, coincidence, you know. So I'm actually going to change the color of that. My ICC lines are yellow. And then we can change this to the high of this here to here. That will be the high. Let's make that blue. This blue candles go up. And then like the very, very low. As low as we've gone in this leg, which is here. As high as we've gone in this leg is here. Focus on this for now because it's the closest. And where are we? Here. And yeah, that's it, y'all. This week is really about me setting and forgetting. No more of this, like sitting here trying to watch this and no, and, mm-mm, we're not doing it. Like I'm just not doing it this time. So I want to get really good at trusting my framework and letting it work for itself. Now, the only thing about this, I would love to put this beneath here instead. Um, it's a little more than what I'm willing to risk. I'm going to check just to see. My limit was here. And the cell, my TP would be here because it's like 8 something pretty much. And then the stop loss is actually 808. So then the stop loss is here about 250, 266. That's all fine and dandy, but it'll piss me off if we went below there and then went up. And I lost 248 for nothing versus if we went below there anyway and then went up, I only lose 142. Because you have no business under here. Back in here with these cells is like, no, you come the wrong way. And like I said, anything beneath here is going to go here, and that is too close to breaking out. And if we break beneath here, that is expansion. Anything beneath the range is expansion. Look left. Anything beneath that pink line came all the way to here. I don't want nothing to do with that. So we don't go that way. So yeah, I'm gonna leave my stuff exactly where it is. And we can close that one because it's a limit too. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It'd be nice to wake up to $808 in the morning. So let's see. See if the framework is working. I'm following my rules according to my checklist. And don't worry, tomorrow we'll go over that together. But good night. My eyes are burning. I'm so damn sleepy. It's not funny. But yeah, later. All right, y'all. So we're gonna check on our trade because I had to close it. And I probably could have left it open, but that's okay. I woke up and I saw $500, and I need that for my eval. So I definitely snatched it only because right here too, We got a lot of wicking going on. So we entered like down here, which is crazy, and got out all the way up here. I just want to go over the trade again, why we did what we did. Let me fix this. Okay, so we were here. First of all, let me go to this so you can really see why we did what we did. And I could have stayed in because I'm anticipating buys this week. So first of all, I want to mark this out. We're on the 4 hour and I have a fair value gap right here. My strategy is simply, am I in a fair value gap while on an ICC line? And am I making either a higher low, because it's higher than this one, or am I making a lower high? Because I'm looking for buys. We only need a a higher low. Sorry. This low is higher than this low. Simple as that. And I'm in a fair value gap while on or near an ICC line. If you don't know how to mark up ICC lines, look it up on YouTube. That part of it, I'm not teaching. This is just my journal so you all can see my entries and what's going on. I already told you where I learned everything. Okay? So, trades by side, go there first. Finish watching trades by side, go to Snooski Pooski on YouTube. Learn how to mark up your charts. 444, her chart markup video. That's all you need. You want to learn how to recognize fair value gaps. Arjo, ARJO. Those are the three people I watched. Then once you got all of that, go to Marielle Trades. I only like her because she really shows her levels and how she enters. Fearless. She just goes. Price goes above them levels, she's in. Okay. And watch anything from Trades by Size regarding entry. Once you got all of that down pat, you need to focus on entry. Okay, so we were in here, we're on this pink line, which is my ICC line, and we were here. So then I went to the 1 hour and I saw the same thing. I said, okay, we got another fair value gap while in a fair value gap and on an ICC line, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, okay, bet. Shoot. So then I go to the 1 minute and we just broke it all down. Just go back to where I entered, which was way down here. And this is why I like my little setup because my entries are good. Look at my entry. Way the fuck down here. Okay. And I'm going to just mark it out. This is my entry. That blue line is my entry. See something. Yeah, pretty much. And price went all the way up to here, which is amazing. Price went all the way up. All the way up. And where I was anticipating it to go up was above that wick, but it didn't do that, and that's okay. So we got out here. Let me see. This is 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 9, 10 minutes that I've been here, it went up a little higher. So I could have waited. And what's crazy is I moved my stop loss here because I'm like, okay, if it breaks structure, then fine. And I was like, you know what? Let me grab my book and go. I'm not about to be greedy, that's for sure. And my TP, let me just look. I had to take profit at about right here. So it worked, you guys. It hit my CP. I just was being fast. And let me just show you the profits now too, so you can see. Okay, $527.60 is what I made. Woke up to that this morning. I showed you all the setup, exactly what it looks like. And it's still gonna go up. I anticipated breaking above here and going up. Just looking at
the 4 hour, because anything above this line, as you can see, we gapped up way up here. So anything above here, we came way up here. That entry that I was in was amazing. I wish that I would could have just held it, or at least held one. I haven't gotten good at that yet, like closing partials on here compared to NT4 or NT5, because I come from a Forex background, has been really, different. We shall see. But yeah, good trade, y'all. That was a really good trade. From here to, continuation. I mean, indication, correction, continuation. That's literally what we did. That was it. The 1 hour indicated that we were going up from the correct levels. I also saw that same setup within the 15 here or in 1 hour, and it just made sense to go up. And that one little move paid us well. And I just want to see something what I cut myself short of, because this week is about learning how to get in my entry and leaving it cooking. So I want to teach myself that, because let me see. Okay, it was a little bit more, you guys. Just a little bit. Okay, maybe a lot of it. Okay, good. You could have given my little $700. But it's okay. I had it at 808. I got like 5 or 6. But you see that little bit of difference from here? Let me see. From right there, it was 500. But just to get right there, a little bit more. Even if we stopped it where it actually closed, was 648. But like I said, no big deal. What I'm really proud of right now is my balance. $2,150.50 is the highest that my balance has ever been. Um, y'all, I've been learning this strategy for maybe a month now, and I'm literally just flying the plane as I build it. Um, and I need $3,000 on this account to pass so that I can finally start making withdrawals. And that's why I started recording, so we can see my journey towards that. Um, but yeah, with that being said, I only need about $875.50 left, and I will have officially passed. So I'm excited about that. And I just wanted again to share the setup so you all can see it, and we'll go over it more and more and more each day, or each time I see one, so that you can get an idea for yourself as well. I mean, if it's something that you want to do, of course. But I got out right on time. As you can see from here to here, price is starting to come down a little bit. That's why you get out at the original indication. The original indication is the fair value gap, you guys. All fair value gaps are usually indications. That's it. I know that, so I take advantage of that fact. And I wait for one to happen on the 1 hour. That's it. And then I look to see if there's any other confluences. Not only did one happen on the 1 hour, it's coming out of a fair value gap on the daily or the 4 hour. Okay, that's a win-win. That's double confluence, double buying power. Perfect trade. I hope that made sense. Until next time.